So I finally got round to reading The Power last week, I think it was, and I thought I would just jump on with some of my thoughts because I have been quite vocal about the fact that I've been going to read this. It was sort of sold to me as a bit of a Hunger Games / Handmaid's Tale situation. And I was really looking forward to that. So basically the premise is that women have suddenly awoken one day with this new ability. They have a type of electricity that runs through them and they can turn it on, and pretty much they have now the power to just take over the world, really. They can kill men just by touching them, or pretty much just expelling their power at them. Well, I say they can kill men, but it's not just men they can kill women too. They can kill each other, but men are pretty much powerless to fight back. So we follow a couple of different characters, a couple of different female characters, and how they are dealing with the power. And we follow the reaction of the wider public and the world, really, about what this power is, what they're going to do to sort of contain it, what they're doing to try and combat it. Hello, kitty. My cat's very needy at the moment. Yes, she is. Are you alright? What's your matter? Have you got the power? Have you got the power? Do you want to go down there? And basically it looks at what gender is, because for sort of ever, men have had the sort of the physical power in general over women, and men have had the physical strength over women, whereas now women just suddenly have all of this power and they're sort of taking things back from the men. But the way that I thought this would go wasn't exactly how it went. Things sort of go a bit too far for me. There's some really horrible scenes in this. There's some strong trigger warnings for rape, sexual assault, and sort of violence against children as well, which is a particular trigger for me. I'm not into that. And so overall it was a lot more brutal than I was expecting, but I can see why the brutality was there, because it's sort of a clever play on power struggle in society, and it's sort of a clever switch around to things that women have dealt with for years and now men are dealing with it. For example, and it's a little bit of a spoiler, but for example at one point we have a group of women that are sort of on the spoils of war, if you will, and they go and they find a lone man and they rape him, and it's horrific. It's really awful. Hello. Does anyone else's cat get overly amorous and start biting at them? Look, she's actually left a mark. She's so vicious. What are you doing? You are clicking my top with your claws. And this is getting bizarre, isn't it? And just, it was horrible to read. And so overall, because of the sheer brutality of it all, I ended up only giving this 3 out of 5 stars. It wasn't what I hoped it would be. It was a little bit much for my liking. I'm not one for great brutality in books, and I really didn't like how it panned out with all of the power and how it gets used. It was extremely brutal. But I think it plays really well at what gender means and what it means to be female, what it means to be male, how things would pan out should the power situation flip in favour of females. And because of that, I think it's definitely worth a read, and it's very well done. But like I say, it was a little bit too brutal for me. So let me know if you've read this, let me know if you're going to, and let me know if you thought it was a bit too brutal, because I know this is a really popular book and I know a lot of people have read it. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.